Happy Friday. Guys, what is going on? It is Friday. Guys, hopefully you guys already hit that like button. Hopefully you guys already hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you guys already hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Because we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Prince Akeem and you join there. What's going on? What's popping, Mikey?
Chilling, chilling, chilling.
Go there. Oh yeah, you just signed up.
Oh, he's saying
Jordan, your camera went off.
Okay.
What's going on, Jordan? What's cracking?
No, nothing much, man. All is well. Can't complain, man. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah, Jordan, go ahead. I pass the ball to you.
All right, all right. So what's going on, people? What's going on, people? You know, got another topic for y'all. So this topic will be very, very interesting because we're going to talk about a show that's on TLC. It's called look it up.
Seeking Brother Husband.
Seeking Brother Husband. And so I'm gonna get a little detail with it. So there's a Texas couple, Kenya and Carl Stevenson. They have been married for about 12 years, so over a dozen years. When he confessed to his wife that he had feelings for a co-worker, but rather than being angry with her husband, Kenya proposed they go out for a dinner as a trio. My husband wanted several wives. He actually talked to me about this before we got married, and I laughed, like whatever. I was open to the idea, but if he has the privilege, I would absolutely want the same privilege, which is just fair. Kenya, who is 48 years old, told the Post. They decided to see a marriage counselor who told Kenya and Charles to stay monogamy, work on their relationship, and just forget about it. And when they notice other people, and she said, we didn't want to do that anymore, be monogamous. They decided to become not monogamous, and now their marriage up into Kenya and another husband named Tiger. Their unconventional family is one of the subjects of the new series, the television series, Seeking Brother Husband, which they did premiere on March 26th. So the show follows the couple in which the woman is either dating other men and the husband's knowledge, with the husband's knowledge and blessing, or in Stephen's case,
Okay.
has gotten two brother husbands. And so without a doubt, I gave you a little bit of detail, but we're just gonna play a video and a clip that Hakeem's gonna show you.
Polyandry is the practice of one woman having multiple husbands, but those husbands cannot have any other partners.
I have two husbands who love me.
There's definitely like a double standard. When a female has multiple partners, it's, oh my God, she's such a slut, she sleeps around.
How is it the sleeping situation? Not all one room.
No.
I'm on room, and then she shares a room with him.
Oh.
You know, you were the first man I let my partner, Kim, be with.
I was watching my partner fall for another man right before my eyes.
And how you gonna juggle 3 guys like that?
To see me holding hands with somebody else or like kissing someone else, you don't think that would be hard?
It wouldn't be easy.
To do this lifestyle successfully, you have to be willing to go outside of your old comfort zones.
You're okay with her sleeping with other men?
Most of the time.
They assume multiple male partners. It's just about sex. That's definitely not it.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in an orgy?
Things really started to get awkward when I heard some noise in the basement, a little moaning, a little groaning, a little dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Just got real.
I wish I could be everything that you need, but I can't. I didn't think I was going to be swapped out.
And I don't feel like it's a swap out.
Well, that's because you're not getting swapped out.
I'm just not having a good time right now.
Why are we talking about a wedding again? We're house shopping right now.
I feel like this is really selfish.
How can you justify you're married? How can you go out with another person?
You play the other video?
Or
Or you want to give context?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Polyandry is the practice of one woman having multiple husbands, but those husbands cannot have any other partners.
I have two husbands who love me.
So the show is still on TLC. It clears on every Sunday or every Monday or something like that. So it gives you the detail of how some people in relationships they play this type of position, and it's like this is type of show. It gets a lot of controversy of people seeing stuff that's non monogamous. And instead of seeing, polygamy, we see the other side of women with two husbands or multiple husbands, and it does go around in certain areas. So I'm gonna pass to you guys. We did have talk about polygamy on the episode before, and now we're gonna talk about this type of situation which they're showing on TLC. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. So what you think about this? What y'all think? Well, if y'all seen the show, what y'all think about the show? And go ahead, y'all. I'm gonna pass it to you guys. What y'all think?
Go ahead, because I don't think people are gonna be ready for what I got to say. Shout outs to Mo Love.
Yeah, shout out to Mo, a new subscriber. Mo, what's cracking like this?
Mo Love, baby.
Welcome. Shout out to Urban Noise. Fresh South Florida Urban Noise, and also Kendall guys in the chat. Shout out to people that's watching us on Facebook as well. Yeah. So this one right here, I think I saw the trending. I have not watched the We Love You Too, Mo. I have not watched it yet. This series, but I know it's supposed to be. Did it already come out already, or it's coming out?
It's already out. It's on TLC network.
See, I haven't seen it yet. So, but here's my take on it, cause I show you guys you think about polyandry, polygamy, and what's the other polyandry too as well. So this one is actually very interesting. It's a woman that's married to the brothers. We're brothers. We happy. We singing. Well, they color. So, I'm not gonna lie. I let Hakeem roll the ball in this one. I might have to listen to you guys first, then I give y'all my take on it. Go ahead.
Okay, so first off, I want to say this. Don't nobody come to me talking about no Bible. If y'all trying to do this, don't come talking to me about no Bible, about no moral. This is disgusting. Here's the thing. She was married to one dude. She fell in love with the other dude. They have to be beta males to accept this. Now, here's the thing. She is a selfish woman. A selfish, controlling woman. And I want to understand this. A lot of women have an issue with polygamy, but don't understand it from a biblical standpoint. I'm going to break something down to you. And Mo Love, I want you to listen to me. And Mo Love, you are right. Those dudes do look dead. Nobody, even in the Bible, polygamy was only used in cases of extreme circumstances. People go off to war. A lot of people die. There's a bunch of women left. Very few men come back. How are we going to repopulate the whole population? Yes, there's certain countries where the men was dying off so fast, they said, hey, we need you to start populating these. We need more babies. This happened, if I'm not mistaken, in Eritrea. Eritrea had a subscription where they telling people come get 2 or 3 wives because there wasn't enough men going around. In America, black men are 1 out of 2 now, not 1 out of 3. It's 30 women to 1 here in America. 30 women to 1. If we can even go and say maybe 40 women to 1, you have now 2 to 3 husbands who could potentially be fathers to kids for other women. So you keep that to yourself. We already a dying race here in America, and then y'all want to promote this. This goes totally against with the principles of the Bible, with the principles of the Quran. Now, mind you, a lot of people look at the Quran and say you have a lot of these guys have 20 or 30 wives. They're not following the Quran to its exact specifications. Most Muslims only have 1 wife. Very rich men do that 20 and 30 wives, but in the Quran, you're only allowed to have 4 wives. Most rich Muslims do not have 20 or 30 wives. You can go look at the Nation of Islam. None of them boys have multiple wives. They follow Islam to a T. That stuff just only proves the dysfunction, are you following me, of the black community. And that the fact that we're jokes, puppet masters, for us to come in to promote this, to see this. So now we want to depopulate ourselves more to allow women to have 4 to 1. I'm going to have me 3 husbands. Who's going to populate the kids? She looks over 40. She ain't having no babies. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think for me, I saw a couple episodes of it, and this addressing what we talk about with Kenta, with her, with her 2 husbands, and then also she was trying to bring a 3rd person in as well. This to me just shows like this, seeing the black man and maybe the black man in junior, their confidence is super duper low. They have 0 confidence in themselves. If y'all can't, if like I said, and the therapist told her like, yo, stay monogamous, y'all can't work it out, then get a divorce. And the guy was just so open. To me, I just feel like the guy was just so open minded. It's like, yo, not think about himself. Like, yo, if I don't want to do this, I'm not going to do this. Instead, you listen to this, you just listen. You sound like a yes man saying yes, yes, yes to your wife. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep my marriage full. But my thing is, it's like she's taking your manhood away, and like you say, you look like a beta male. And to me, it's like like I said, like writing. Hakeem said, it goes against. It's like I said, if you're a Christian, you're religious, it definitely goes against the Bible for sure. And for me, it's like, and it's not just that. It's like, it's not just that cover, but it's other black covers in there too. And it's pointing out, and especially our black community. It's like, hey, this is what can happen in our black community. Even and you can see that the ratio, like you said, Hakeem said before, black women outnumbered our black men, and we still we're the population with a small population of race in America and everything. So my thing is this: it's like, for me, it's like, why would black women be doing this, to their race? It's just like, they're not thinking right. It's like it's like they're being super duper spoiled and they think all about themselves. And that's what it is. That's the Kendra who's on the show, she's all about herself. She don't give a damn. She don't care about her husband. She don't care. It's like, hey, wherever makes me feel good, wherever makes me feel happy. And to see those 2 black men, not having confidence and also the self-respect for themselves and see what's going on and just going with the flow, it's like, it's just plain crazy to me. And this is why, it's been kind of trending, for the last couple of weeks ever since it started, because, you see stuff like this. Go ahead, Ronnie.
No, but the only reason why it's trending, because remember, you gotta understand something. Anything that deals with a black woman is gonna automatically trend. Because to me, I would say I have not seen the TV show yet, but just for me just seeing the preview of it, it seemed like I think it's just a joke. I think they're just having fun. It's just to get certain people up to have on certain community, which is of course the black community, to be in an uproar because we're like, hey, we don't stand for that. Because most black black people in America are Christian. A small number are Muslim. So for them to see that, they're gonna be like, "Hey, what's going on here? It doesn't seem right." And mind you, she married to two brothers, if I'm not mistaken. So that automatically looks weird. It just to me, it's just a joke. They're just making a joke of polyamory and and polygamy. So at the end of the day, I think it's not really a good look. However, there is some cases when you go overseas, there are women that are married to more than one man. I'm not going to take that away. It is a well known fact. However, I think what's going on right here is very perverted in that sense. Because I know it's TV, it's for view, and it's a joke. But go ahead, Hakeem.
Here's the issue where I got to understand this, and I want to, if anybody can agree with me on this, and Mo Love, I would love for you to comment as well. This just feeds into insecurities and emotionals from a woman point of view. Why do you need two men when you only need one? Shout outs to Gore in them building. Shout outs to Gore. And I'm coming up.
Gore.
Go ahead.
No, I say Gore is in the house. Go ahead.
I'm coming this from a perspective of a lot of people get into relationships and get into marriage to feed their own egos and not think about the collective or the community of the family. We don't even talk about kids anymore. It's all about what makes us feel good. A lot of women complain about men having a lot of women. Yes, men are cheaters. Yes, men have other women because you allow that. You do not have to do except for that person, that issue. This here only wants to try to prove that a woman can be just like a man. It is horribly going to go wrong if this is promoted. How are you going to tell who the baby's father is if you're sleeping with three men and they all live in a house together? I got three husbands, so we're not supposed to care who's the father is. We're not supposed to care about this man's mama, his sisters, his aunties, everybody else that connected to it. How do these people family feel that? You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm saying this from that point of view. Why feed into your ego and say polyandry? I can have these men, but they can't have nobody else. The man wanted to have more wives. The first guy she was married to the first guy and found the other guy. He said he wanted to have more wives. I would love to hear his answer, and I bet you the answer was because they wanted to have kids. There's no conversation of kids in none of these conversations in a lot of these relationships now. Kids is not even a matter. We're depopulating. We're not having as many children as we supposed to. You feel me? To do this is totally against the principles of the Bible, the principles, everything. I don't even know why she was in a wedding dress. You should have did that at the courthouse with your dysfunctional self. You see what I'm trying to say? So this is why I say I'm totally appalled and against this. Now, mind you, I support polygamy when it's applied in the right way. If it's only 2 or 3 men, there's no kids around, we need places to repopulate, get to it now. And this is what we're going to now. We already having an issue with black women aborting babies at a high rate. For you to say, oh, I'm going to take me 3 men who could be potential fathers. We already know men already have issues with erectile dysfunction. So the few men that are left, you want to take the only few men that are left and say, I'm going to keep them on and they can't have kids with nobody else. They can't do what?
Right, you're right about our king. Just tell her how our community is. It's like we're going backwards, and it's like I said, showing this show off. It's not helping. It's definitely not helping. You know, it's like I said, as black people, we like, you know, any type of foreign stuff like this to be entertainment, and most of our, you know, in our black community, they find it entertaining. It's not trying to people like me might feel disgusted or anything, but end of the day, they feel like it's a form of entertainment, and especially like for the women, they think, oh, you know, this is a lot more women. You know, we should be doing this more. You know, and a lot of black women might see this. Not all, but there's still gonna be somewhere else to see it's like, yo, I think it, you know, especially if, like I said, a woman who thinks, you know, who makes maybe 6 figures, who, you know, who's independent, you know, and the only thing she probably could check is, you know, is maybe a beta male or something like that, and she, and, you know, and that's probably the best she can do. And that's what what's the next Kenya probably did. It's probably it's a people. That's probably the man that she only can check is a beta male. She probably can't check any alpha males, and that's why she. And it's in the case of this, that's what she's doing, and she having fun with it.
Now, here's the thing. According to the data here, mind you, I just researched the data real quick. According to the data, in the U.S., there's 19.9 million black men in America. Now, when it comes to black female, that is, there's 26.68 million female. So the data showing that the women do outbeat the men on 14%. So what did that take? So what did that tell you? Hakeem, when some people say who's really running America, it seems like the women is overshadowing the men.
Hey, it's like this, Ronnie. It's like we can have two to three rights apiece with the number that Ronnie put out.
Yeah, because if it's 19 million men and it's only 26 million women. Wow. And then if women start marrying 2 men, 4 men, it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look good for our race. Correct. So, like they always say, what is the solution?
The solution is to get back to the days of old. Go back to the old ways of the way we were doing. Let's get back to what we was doing prior before the 1970s, when black marriages was up. Yes, it was not happy. Yes, it was that old blues type situation. Yo, shout outs to Gore. Gorgeous hit the Cash App. Gorgeous hit the Cash App for $20. Gorgeous hit the
Shout out to Gore. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, brother.
Shout outs to Gore.
King.
No, Gore is a heavy supporter. Appreciate you, Gore.
So we need to get to the days of old. We need to follow a structure what was going on back in the days. We need to bring shame back. We need to bring back if we need to bring shame back, we need to follow the Bible to the T. We need to do a thing that if you get somebody pregnant, the parents are involved. There's a shotgun wedding. And you looking at the brother, you say, oh, I already got 6 kids. We don't care how many kids you got. You got this one pregnant. You gonna get married. You feel me? We need to start doing these type of things, what they used to do back in the days to keep these things under wraps. Because under that, what she does looks good for optics. Because you want to know why? She has 2 men that works and provides financial, where her money is not a factor into this. What about the tons of single mothers out here who need husbands?
Yeah, I think your mic's making noise, a static noise. I don't know if it's yours or Jordan.
What type of noise?
A staticky noise.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think it's probably with Jordan's. Go ahead.
What about now? Do you hear when I'm talking?
No, Jordan, mute your mic. Go ahead, can you talk?
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1.
Yeah, Jordan, I think it's your mic. Jordan, log out and come back in.
All right, hold on.
Shout outs to Gore for hitting the Cash App.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out for hitting the Cash App. So
go ahead, I can't keep going. You cooking? Go ahead, you cooking?
Definitely. So we need to get back to the days of old, and we need to get back to the days of old. And I'm saying to this, like, it's a lot of single mothers out here who need good men in the household, who can well enough provide more children, who need strong men in the household. For you to take 2 men, that means as a black woman, you say forget the single mothers, forget the women who is trying to find good men. because these guys look like perfectly good, well producers. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
So you know what I mean? So when I look at that and I say this, because I always say this, I never disclude single mothers. I never disclude them. I say, hey, if you can find you a good man and you willing to cohabitate and work with him on what he needs to make a family, let's do this. But for you to say I want to keep 2 to 3 women, don't get me wrong. Okay, yeah, don't make me wrong. We still have, don't make me wrong, we still have women who might deal with guys, a couple guys, and they do this unbeknownst, but they're not trying to marry them off. You feel me?
I got I got a question for you guys, King. You can ask this too, right? Too. So how can we tell these how we tell black women to start getting married early instead of waiting till you're in your late 20s and your 30s? Because we're in the time that a lot of these women they're waiting, they want to have fun in their 20s and then they want to get married in their 30s, possibly 40s.
It's a cultural thing. We're taught not to get married early, like other races do. We are taught to party hard and wait till we in our older years. Then we think about marriage. Most women take marriage seriously when they at their 40s. That's when you think about, I want to go ahead and get married, and not only that, but you guys should pay attention to the video. Have you noticed in that video that y'all played earlier? You see the woman was older than those men. So that has to tell you something about our culture. Our women like to party hard, but then when they in their old years, they say, "Wait a minute, I don't want to die alone, so let me go ahead and find somebody. I don't care if it's a guy and her brother. I'm cool with it. As long as I have somebody there, then I'm straight." Go ahead, King.
Shout outs to my DC queen, Sugar Bum. Shout outs to my DC queen, Sugar Bum. Shout outs to my DC queen, Sugar Bum. I'm waiting for you to cam up. And I got $1,000 for you to cam up. I got $1,000 for you to cam up. So let me get back.
I can't say that because she ain't gonna cam up.
Yeah, I got 1,000. Listen, I got 1,000 for her to cam up, and we're coming. Listen, if she'll cam up, we'll plan a trip to DC. You can meet us in DuPont Circle or Hattiesburg. I got okay.
Don't say cap. Trust me, I know how to keep capping. See, K-Dog, even you know. Cause you know she ain't gonna cam up. Cap.
Yo, so here's the thing though. Sugar Plum, you say men do the same too. Sugar Plum, what about repopulating? You street. You say you street. What she mean you street?
I think you talking about you for the streets. I don't know.
I'm not for the streets. Listen. I'm not for the streets, baby. I'm somebody's husband. I'm ready to be somebody's husband. You know what I mean? Need more than
Thank you, Gordon. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Even Gordon knows she ain't gonna do it. You probably gotta get her like 20 bands or something.
Yeah, so I'm only saying we need to get back to the days of the old and only apply polygamy when it's needed, when we notice that the population is down. Black men and black boys are an endangered species in America. You see what I'm trying to say? You see what they just did the other day? This is the reason why we need to populate more. We need more strong men to be in some of these households that don't. For a woman to want to take 2 men mean that she doesn't respect single black mothers, mean that she doesn't want other women to have women. That's a selfish black woman. That's a selfish black egotistical woman, older masculine woman to want to keep 2 men, knowing that there's perfectly fine good women who need husbands out here. Are you following me?
Yes. Well, you cooking today, boy. You cook.
Listen, I'm only speaking the truth. My mother was a single mom. My dad came into her life, had me and my sister, stayed and was a good example. of this type of situation. There's many type of situations that come into this. To say that you want a second or third man, a second or fourth man, and you think this shit is fun, people laugh at you when they see you come to the club. They call y'all jokes. They say, man, something wrong with them. Are they in some type of menage a trois? Or are both of them gay? That's what they're gonna say. Like, it's three of them in there. They must be just there for her, and they, when she's not gone, they doing each other. You're gonna starting people start creating narratives in their head that are disgusting. You can't create an area when you see one man and one woman together with their kids.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. If you look at the data, let's be honest with you, I can't go there. If you look at the data, it shouldn't be no stepfathers. Think about it.
Yeah.
If it's 26 million women and 19 million men, and they're not even talking, that's not including the newborn. They're talking about adult male and adult female. Everybody should have a wife and a husband, based on the math. There might be some few women left over, and then that one I'll be like, okay, the few women that's left over, then I'm cool with the idea of, look, Sugar Bun says she want 2 husbands. You see what I'm saying? But the math ain't mathing, because it's more yarn than the man. If you get more of the man, then there's gonna be less women that's not gonna get married. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot have 2 husbands based on the math.
Hey, I have an idea for you guys. It just popped up in my head. If we ever make enough money at Chaos Culture Radio, we need to do some type of boot camp for our young black boys of how to, build up leadership, be confident, and build. Because if you go to any other inner city, South Central, Miami, New York, Detroit, Michigan, Pontiac, Michigan, Chicago, you don't see anything in the community where, a young black boy can go to, where a parent, either a single parent or 2 household parents can send their boys and to learn how to, develop from a teenager to become a man. Give them just like basic skills what you need, because we don't have that in our community. You probably hear other communities that probably have something like that, but they're quiet about it. With us, we need something like that. We need some type of boot camp. They need to go around and just, build up our black men so they can be ready for the world and, learn about marriage, and just learn about, how to help our community as well. We definitely need something like that. Go ahead, fellas.
Yes, there's more black men. There is more black men overseas. That is correct. But we're talking about the aspect of the U.S. because we live in the U.S. The U.S. our population down. Our population right now, I think, is at 12% total, male and female. So if we continue to go outside, then what about the people that's here in the U.S.? So, and now that majority of the time, let's just keep it real. It's very hard to bring somebody to the U.S. than it is for us to go overseas. So if you get somebody overseas, you might as well just stay over there, because just to get them over here is a well-known process. Go ahead, Akeem.
100%. He touching on that too. And one thing I wanted to touch on with the data you were talking about, we're not accounting for the black men that are in jail. Are we accounting for the?
I think it is including the black men that's in jail.
Is it accounting for the black? Is it accounting for the black men who on the other side of the fence?
Yeah, it's a 19.19 million. Yes, total.
So we're not accounting for those guys too. So yes, we have to stretch and understand this for an example, and look at this. You want to know what it just says? This, how can you be a part of a community if you show up to a party and there's 2 husbands? How can you explain that to kids that are at a party? And she's holding hands with 2 people. How can you explain that to that? Do you think a group of women who in a one man, one woman type relationship? I also wanted to touch something that my queen from DC said. Who cares what anybody say? That's why the black community in the position why it's in now. We don't want to care about nobody. That's why we want to come to jobs. We want to come to jobs anywhere we look. We want to have big beards at Starbucks. I'm at Starbucks today. It's a nigga making my latte with a beard. And I say, he doesn't have a beer net? I didn't
Yeah,
have a problem with it. Why are you making my latte with a beer? With a beard and no beard, with no beer net? Then I'm saying, why don't you shave the beard off if you're going to be working in these type of things? But the problem is, people say, you can't judge us. Let us be us. Let us come as we are. God said that, but with some discretion. With some discretion. You need to care about what people say. You only don't care about when you try to exclude yourself from the matrix, when you try to exclude yourself from the community. What's so unique about you? It's 1,000 niggas in America. We all shit and piss the same. Some of us might have some superpowers, some don't. But for us to want to exclude ourselves from the bigger pot, it's an issue. Why do black people always have to dress to the tens? Thank you. Sugar Plum, you agreeing with me now?
Uh-oh.
No, she's not agreeing with you.
She said, why do black people always have to dress to the tens? What does that mean? I know down south they say dress to the nines. What does the tens mean? Explain.
No, that's something to figure out.
I don't know what they talking about. Well, they accepting the trans stuff and cutting off kids, so we should be surprised. Yeah. Would you like extra beard in your stuff?
Yeah, because you said the guy had a beard.
Yeah,
but I thought Starbucks do have a form of a standard that your bill can't be a certain length because you're dealing with food. So I don't think.
Was long.
Yeah.
And
the only way they allow it if he was like a Rastafarian, then that's based on his religion. He can't cut his beard.
Then you need to be at a vegan Rastafarian restaurant. Go ahead.
I agree.
But remember, they can't discriminate because we live in a culture today that, let's keep it real, they would have said something that they would have used the racism card. So you got to be careful. But
let me ask you a question, my brother. If you go into an office space where they where they're dealing taxes and stuff like that, should you expect to see a nigga with some dreads with goals in his mouth, or do you want to see somebody clean cut?
I want to tell you that used to be the old standard, but this new standard now, people doing taxes at their house. People were literally going to people's houses to do taxes.
Yeah.
So I don't even think that really matters anymore. But I get your sentiment. It's true. Normally you supposed to be clean cut, clean, no goals in your mouth. That's the old standard. But the new standard today, Hakeem, because of the situation with the racism card and the race card, they try to be very, very careful. I'm just
listen, and I understand that, but I don't think there's no racism when it comes to being clean cut. If I'm running a Fortune 5, the top Fortune 500 companies, none of them niggas got dreads or long beards. Show me somebody with dreads and long beard at a Fortune 500 company. And I'm only
I'm agreeing with you. You don't see
it. And I'm only equating to this to the whole seeking brother stuff. Show me any of these Fortune 500 or any of these rich white folks or these rich Hispanics who have 2 husbands. Please, somebody point it to me. I'ma wait.
That's why you don't see it here. I stated you don't see it in America. Now, if you go overseas, you may be able to see it. Someone do some form of documentary. Go ahead.
I'm gonna comment on it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jordan.
I'm gonna comment on it.
No, I agree with that. I also add, like, usually, coming to the Fortune 500, they know that, image is important. Image shows you, image shows you how you want to present yourself. I'll tell you this, like, KS talks about, how image is important. We in corporate America sometimes we push it with businesses. It's like a lot of these bosses, owners with the Fortune 500, they usually clean cut. They got an image to maintain, and they got an image to, sustain to the people, and that's why, Hakeem, you're right about that. But the problem with that is, it's just, we in a country which is, super duper liberal right now. We want to think about ourselves. It's our feelings is more important than everything else. Go ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead.
No, but it's true. It's true. But I know I can have some feedback. Some pushback. Go ahead.
No, definitely. Listen, we do care about image, and this what I'm saying is this. We want to do, for some apparent reason, my culture, the black culture, she said natural hair. She said only within the last few years have natural hair become presentable. Sweetheart, the problem is with us as a totality of black people, we just don't like to follow rules. Just come on. We want to break rules and just be original for some reason. You do that at your own place of business. You feel I'm trying to say? The point that I'm trying to say as far as this, when you have a group of people, and we've been working to strive to be a part of a collective, people fail to understand this shit works like Legos. If you're an odd piece, you're not going to fit. And if you want to be outside of the box, I understand that, but you got to understand what are we holding. My brother Gore has a statement here. He say, I still hold to the old standard when it comes to money. The minimum I expect in a business is casual. I can make sure I am presentable for a Zoom call. Talk to me.
Facts. No, that's right.
Listen, you are right. This beard I got now, I just got it because I work for myself right now. But as soon as I'm trying to go do something else, I shave this beard off and go get a haircut. I don't even play when it comes to going to banks and stuff like that. I put on a shirt and tie, get the shoe shine and stuff like that. I don't wear no fancy colors, no aqua green, no black slacks, white shirts, or black. I don't even wear bow ties. I put on a black tie and be like, hey, how you doing today, sir?
I agree with you. Like with me, it's like I work overnight and then I do this so I can grow my beard. But
yeah,
if something goes down, I got my suits ready. I tell my brother, hey, I need to cut the beard, make it skinnier connected, or cut the beard down a little bit more so I can look clean and presentable.
She said, what's wrong? She said, that's you assimilating. What's wrong with assimilating? I can be my own person and assimilate.
I think because of the aspect of you trying to prove to the American standard. Because remember that is like a American standard white tie, white shirt, black slacks, and a black tie.
I gotta eat, do I? I gotta do business. I want to run a Fortune 500 company. I don't see Fortune 500 companies with guys with tattoos on their neck. I don't know no Fortune 500 black woman with tattoos going down her ass, or she's showing breast prints, or she running around with 2 or 3 kids with 7 children. I don't know that. You got millionaires, but they're not going to get shown off to the masses.
Of course not.
You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to say is, in a Fortune 500 company, in certain companies, if you're not married, a lot of companies would look over you as far as a promotion, because you want to know why. They say that this person might not be stable. Marriage also dictates what it is, and the type of marriage you in also dictates what it is. Now, mind you, I'm going to say something that y'all might not like. There's a certain culture in life, in every aspect of our life, that people like to go things a certain amount of way. Even though as you get up the ladder, those people might not be religious, but they follow certain religious situations. Most of them have a wife and a husband with kids. Most of these people are invited to their parties, and they all do, regular people do what Christians do. They might not be as Christian as the Christian person, but they're not into all that extra stuff that black people like to do. I have my wife and she has a girlfriend. I have 7 baby mamas. I do this, I do that. It's a certain standard that certain groups of people like to be around to, because it reflects, people going to want to be around people that reflects them. We as black people, we're fragmented into different groups, but we all think we're all the same. No, we're not. Jordan is married. I'm not married. I can't compete. I can't compete nor compare myself to him. He's been married for, you see what I'm saying? He's been married for a long time. He can go into places me and Ronnie can't go to or be accepted by groups. There's a group that could accept him because he's married. And that's okay because he aligns with a certain group of black people. Married people are going to cling more to married people. You come into a person that's single, the women in the set going to say this, I'm gonna need you not hang with him after this go round. Why are you inviting him for? He doesn't even have no kids.
No, Sugar, that Sugar, you already know me. You know, I already think that's cap. You do not go whatever you want and wear whatever you want. I think not. Because I guarantee you, when you have a court date, you're gonna dress up really nice, really, really presentable in front of that judge. Because you don't want to look around, look like a hood rat. This is keep it a buck here. Now, when it does come to the American standard, don't get me wrong. I would say we all live in a different time where you see doctors do have tattoos. I'm not gonna lie, but majority of the time be covered up. You're not gonna see it. That's what Hakeem saying. You're not gonna see it because they're gonna look presentable for the people they're trying to help or the image of the American standard. Because remember, at the end of the day, we still live in the American standard. I would say I don't really consider us to be African Americans. I really consider us to be American because we live here.
Basically, when race is a concept. Once we remove race out the situation, we're just like any other person. An Indian man ain't no different from me, unless he might have went to a different school or had a different situation. And this is the thing about it is he has a low haircut too and do different things. Now, what he does in his own situation is this. She said, we do not care to please white gays like y'all did. Who's pleasing? I am white. Listen, my name is...
I would say you pleasing them by working with them, by working at their company.
Basically.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm who I am. I'm Prince Hakeem. My parents are from another country. I grew up in a city. That's not going to ever change it. This right here is not going to ever change me. So me putting on a couple slacks and keeping myself clean, I just fit as a regular American.
And let's keep it real. Most of these pro-black activists, they are being supported by white counterparts.
100%.
Oops, did I say something wrong here? They are being supported by white counterparts. So I'm not gonna go there because that's a whole nother conversation.
Black Lives Matter was one of them. But go ahead.
We're not gonna go there. That's a whole nother conversation there. But when it comes to this topic here, when it comes to this woman, you gotta understand something. I always told you guys on this panel, many a time, everything in the universe has shifted over to the women. Women are now becoming more and more powerful, and the man becoming more and more weak. And that's not how it should be. But hey, that's what we're going to. A lot of men are saying, okay, whatever you say, baby, I'm down with the program. Whatever idea she put out there, the men are down with the program. There is no pushback. So the women gonna do what they want to do. I promise you, I won't be surprised. We start seeing more and more women having more than one husband. I will not be surprised. One bit. It's already here.
And you want to know something? They're going to only be able to go to certain places. I put all my money on that. You're not going to mingle around no white woman walking with two men. You can do that around your own peoples. You're not going to go around no Hispanic doing no stuff like that. They say, ay, muchacho. Dos muchachos?
So you think they're going to look them as a hyena?
Listen, the most powerful people in the world, which our beloved Jabari just say that, white supremacy, pro-blacks, and Jews. The most powerful people in the world, do they have two husbands? Please, black people, let's stop not trying to separate ourselves. We already unique. Yes, we come from Egypt. Yes, we walk on pillars of gold. Yes, let's be respected for a change. Let's stop do the debauchery. Please name me a Fortune 500 company that's owned strictly by a black person. You can't name it. I can name a bunch of Indians, Chinese, from Taiwan, all this stuff. They all wear suits and have low haircuts. Please, let's stop trying to do debauchery to make ourselves unique. We just a laughing stock in the public stage of people. We already known for jumping high and doing this. Now we're known for having two husbands.
No, but first answer, Florida say women are not running male-dominated industry. I'm not talking about the industry here. I'm talking about in the aspect of relationship. That's the thing. I'm not talking about businesses. I'm not talking about corporations. I'm talking about in the aspect of relationship. Women are overpowering the men. That's why they created the red pill space, because women are overpowering the men.
That's that's true, right?
In Midtown, men going their own way. So it's showing you that women are overpowering the men. Men are online every single day complaining about women. The women that they can't dominate. Go ahead, Jordan.
It is right. It's like they always complain, but there's no solution. No solution based. It's always complaining, but there's no solution based. I mean, it's like they just want to keep complaining like a woman. They complain like women. That's the problem. It's like, yo, if you find a coach or a therapist to get the solution that you need so you can build yourself, then you can get you a woman. But the thing is, it's like keep complaining. It's just out of control. Super out of control.
She said, Sugar Plum, you might not,
go ahead,
not be your future husband, well be suited and booted. I don't think, you want to know something? I don't think a lot of people understand men, and I don't think a lot of people understand society in its whole totality. For a person like me, Jordan, and Roni, we've traveled many places. I've traveled many places.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to many spaces. I know how this situation goes. You feel me? And I don't think a lot of people understand it from that point. I've been to places. I've been to places down south. I've been up north. I've been around Amish people and stuff like that. Peace to Seville and Muhammad. Peace to the brother.
Peace, Muhammad. Peace, beloved.
He's in the building.
Every time he comes on, he changed.
Yeah, listen.
Jordan don't even know he be getting harder.
Listen, because he's another person that I want to put into an example. Muhammad has been married. He's a person who's actively promoting marriage, and he can even speaks on Islam from a standpoint of polygamy and say that men in the nation of Islam don't have more than one wife. They only have one wife. Now, you know what I mean? Elijah is a whole totally different, peace be upon him, is a whole totally different ballgame. And that's something that conversation is above our pay grade as far as why he had many wives. But he was the messenger of God. You know what I mean? Yes. Listen, Muhammad said, I've been on the world tour. He's been on the world tour as well. And the thing about it is, we're speaking from the standpoint is Black people just need to come together. Let's build a community of being righteous and beautiful people, but not the dysfunction that white people want us to do. Or to be honest, if you want to say white people, I can't even say that. I could say this is the stuff we're making up as we go along. You feel me? Assimilate, take in information, ideas, and culture, and understand fully. Thank you, Gordon.
Facts, Gordon.
Pow.
Fact.
Pow. 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 Pow.
See, that's what I like about this space over here. These spaces over here, we come in here to find solution, to have adult conversation people not really having online. You know what I'm saying? It's good sometimes to deal with the drama and have some fun, but over here, we really having adult conversation about the aspect of marriage. Because I know a lot of people having questions. Like this today topic is gonna have a lot of people thinking, like, wait a minute, this is where we're going. Women having more than one husband in America. Men not saying anything about it.
I wanted to comment on something earlier that you said, where there are certain countries where they are practicing two husbands. There's certain
Correct.
Asian companies that do it. But there was an Indian country that in India, men, funny enough, in India, men overpopulate the women, and there's a reason for that. Lots of times, in Indian culture, women favor the men over the baby girls. So lots of times, if they know that it was a girl that's going to be born, the parents would not want the baby. They did that for so long where there's so many men now, there's not enough wives to go along. So now, what women have 2 or 3 husbands or 2 or 3 men along because there are many men. You know what I mean?
Which makes sense. Which also populate their community, because I think India is right behind China.
Yeah.
In the population.
And then you got Pakistan and stuff like that. Muhammad.
Before you read up Muhammad, I just want to say this thing. Mind you, we have people on these spaces talking about deleting black boys. And that's a whole nother conversation there. So if they're talking about deleting black boys and keep the women, which is the black girls, that's trying to tell you that there's still gonna be probably like 6 to 1. But go ahead.
Muhammad said we have to take the power for ourselves, like the rise of Khalido, and fall, and not any questions. We've been talking about this for so long, about us coming together as a collective and start to build an infrastructure in the infrastructure if we want to do that. That's the thing. But the problem is, black people in America need to rethink their culture, rethink and implement new things and structure it into a way where there's some hierarchy, where there's some respectful situation going on. The problem is we make it as we go along, and that is the issue. It's the issue to the thing that other people from the diaspora are being influenced about than we're doing. I can say that for myself. People in my own culture don't even want to do things in my own culture no more. They accept the American black culture more to a point because it is the dominant thing amongst black people as a whole. I'm not following all of that. I'm going to get married. I'm going to have a wife, and I'm going to have kids. Anything extra out of that, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Reach, my brother.
Heard about that? Like I said, the Black American, like I said, the culture is dominated across the diaspora. You're definitely right on that.
And listen here, we need to highlight and respect the brothers who have taken the leap to marry a black woman. Jordan, Muhammad, Jabari. I don't know if Gore, you see, I don't know if Gore is married.
No, Gore is married. Yes.
Gore, for heaven's sake. The man chose to go and get married and have kids. I can't wait for these brothers to have kids, because you want to know why? They only putting back into the matrix. They only building the community a little bit bigger. They only fulfilling what God has said in his own Bible, in the Bible, unbeknownst to them. And mind you, they're not doing no freaky zeeky stuff in the back. They're doing their own. They're doing their own situation. You see what I'm saying?
Jordan said, "Forget it. He said a shot because I sound. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think it's probably your lighting. I think it was probably what's causing it.
I think it's my earbuds. That's what it is. I don't have my other earbuds. That's what it is.
He didn't forget. I said a shot today.
Sugar Plum say, "Oh no, Sugar Plum, are you married, Sugar Plum?"
Oh no, she even say she's a city girl. She for the street. She'll tell you.
Married?
Sugar ain't trying to get married. She married to the trolls. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta say something about Sugar. She married to the trolls.
Sugar Plum. Marriage if you get the right man around, he'll get you to get married. Trust me on that.
See, she don't want to be controlled. She want to have 2 husbands. She want to have everything.
Listen, ask Jordan. Listen, Sugar Plum, talk to Jordan. Ask him if he controls his wife. Talk to Jordan. He's been married 10 years. He's been married 10 years.
Not at all. Not at all.
So there you go. But Sugar ain't doing it. Sugar ain't doing it. I'm telling you, she ain't gonna do it. Nah.
Yeah.
She'll tell you she for the street. She don't care. Sugar. That's why I'm Sugar. She gonna keep it real with you. She gonna have you thinking.
I believe Sugar.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe she can be a good wife if she toned down the roughness. Got a roughneck. Gotta get a roughneck. If she could tone down, she'll be a good wife.
You see, she laughing at me, Sugar, because Sugar know I know. No, like, she's a Chaos Culture Radio troll.
Hey,
so if y'all see Sugar, y'all ain't ready for that heat. Don't come over here. She gonna challenge your thoughts. That's why I love Sugar. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves Sugar.
I had a dream Sugar got married and we was at her marriage. I had a dream for real. I had a dream we was at her marriage. And listen, I was the one presiding over her marriage in a dashiki.
See, you see, I'm living my best life right now. I told you.
Listen, Sugar, when you get Sugar, when you get married, I'm gonna get my dashiki ready. I'm gonna get the long African one, the long black African one, from Niger to preside over your marriage with an all black kufi.
Yeah, I love Sugar. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad. I was the one that brought Sugar over here, so I gotta take accountability on that. That was me. Sugar came. Sugar followed me over here, so I love Sugar. I brought her here because I knew she gonna challenge you men.
And which is fine. And we enjoy it. We appreciate Sugar for always coming on, popping up to the show.
We love her.
Yeah, we love Sugar. Don't worry, Sugar know I'm watching her. As soon as she came up, guys, don't worry. A photo would be. I will have a photo, and I will blackmail her to the T.
Hey, have you seen her? Do you know what she looked like?
No, I think there's only one person that say they saw Sugar. Sugar is only like one person.
Sugar,
I saw her.
Sugar, what? Listen, you already part of the game.
They say she's a good-looking woman. Somebody said she was a good-looking woman. That person I saw said she's really a beautiful black woman, but then she's afraid to come up. And I was like, what? So one person saw her in real life. So I'm just letting y'all know.
Sugar, you better be lucky I don't know how to check your IP address.
See, she laughing. I told you. Only one person saw her in real life, and that was it. So I wait. When I get it, y'all would know.
Nah, listen, Jabari, we not simple.
Y'all see this for Sugar?
Listen. We not simple, but I did have that dream about her. I was presiding over her marriage.
Yeah, Muhammad with the thoughts.
He said Carlito just wanted to have his own business and settle down and watch his wife dance, but the streets wouldn't let him do it. Same with us as a black man. We are always at ear. He's dropping it.
Well, you already know. Whoa, go ahead, Akeem.
No, I just couldn't get it. We hit that hour mark.
That's what I want to tell you. We hit that hour mark because that was a beautiful close. Well, guys, any final thoughts before we get out of here and enjoy our weekend?
Hey, my final thought is we just need to do better as a community. You know, we need to be instead of be the last, we need to be number one. We just really, for us, we just can't really put this content out, and so I appreciate how we love and appreciate our black community. That's my final thought.
No, we appreciate you joining always with the fire topics each and every day. Appreciate you for that. And I think I agree with you. I think man need to have more backbone and not to be afraid to lose. Right. I think that's the problem with what's going on today. Men are afraid to lose and speak up for exactly what they want. If you want one woman, tell the woman. If you're not down for the two husbands, tell her. Don't just be falling for anything just because of some fact you feel like you're losing. And I think this is a beautiful topic, and I might have to rewatch it again because sugar always make me lose a train of thought. Go ahead.
She said, "What I look like getting married in your prime, baby? You at your best at your prime and not a prune."
You see,
you at your best. Listen, at this point, you should be popping out at least 4 by 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
If you was ready, I'll cut the check.
Hey,
well,
I'll say this: the woman, hey, other races, the woman they pride, that's where they get their ring, the big ring. So go ahead.
And that being said, guys, on your way out, please make sure you hit the like button. On the way out, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. On your way out, please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And also, go on the KR Culture Radio community tab. In the community tab, Prince Hakeem new book, Black Love. Come on, show the people how to love.
We got some more
Get
coming.
that book.
We got some more coming.
Get that Black Love. And also the KR Culture Radio t-shirt. Get your t-shirt. Get your t-shirt. Get your t-shirt, guys. We have it in white and black. Shout out to Gore for the wonderful Cash App. We really do appreciate it. People that Cash App the show, we really appreciate you guys. Don't be afraid. Support the platform. Because at the end of the day, we are entertainers. At the end of the day, we are entertainers. And at the same time, we're still trying to find a solution in our community. And this is why I love KR Culture Radio. That being said, thank you for tuning in to KR Culture Radio. Be over and out. Holla at you later, sugar.
Love you, sugar.
Peace.
And baby won't ruin my body. Sugar. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, baby.
It's time to end the show.